We shall commence this module by studying about future market in brief. In finance terminology, future is a standardized contract where sale and purchase of physical or financial commodity takes place for future delivery by future exchange to be used for the particular commodity. Future contracts were developed in the year 1865 by Chicago Board of Trade. The market where future contracts take place is called future market. Thus, it can be said that future market is a central financial exchange for standardized future contracts and where party can trade on these future standardized contracts. A future contract allows a trader to undertake a contract to accept or make delivery of a commodity or some kind of financial asset in the future on a known date under specified conditions. There are two types of institutions which are involved in future contract trading. These institutions are first, exchanges. These are non-profit or profit organizations which deals in standardized future contract and exchange of physical commodities. Foreign currency and financial products take place through these exchanges. Second, clearing houses. This is an agency which deals in various exchange procedures and also helps in settling various trade transactions and also help in regulating delivery of goods. This agency guarantees that all future contracts will be fulfilled and all the parties are under obligations to fulfill all the future contracts. Centralized exchanges help in risk reduction, so the buyers and sellers are not much worried about risk reduction, but they focus their attention on price movements. Thus, future contract allows the trader of goods to make delivery of the commodity or any financial instrument in future on a known date under specific terms and conditions and for a price agreed on the day of contract. There is various type of future contracts which are being traded in the future market. These are depicted in the following diagram. Figure 1, types of future contracts. Thus, it can be said that all these future contracts are standardized instruments and they specify the delivery of a specific quantity of a specific commodity on a specific date which fulfills all the requirements of quality standards. After starting this module, you shall be able to know about the future market, learn about the information asymmetry, identify the importance of future market, evaluate the theory of second best, analyze the framework of non-existence of market. Now, we shall understand about the meaning and role of future markets. Future market is a centralized financial exchange for trading on standardized future contracts, and this a contract which deals in buying of specific quantity of commodities or financial asset at specified price and specified date and time in the near future. According to the new Palgrave Dictionary of Economics, Newberry 2008, future market provides partial income risk insurance to producers whose output is risky, but serves a very effective insurance to stockholders at a very low cost. Future market is highly active and occupies a central position in the global market. It also serves as a good source in providing vital market information to various interested parties and also acts as a price indicator for the market. Thus, future market helps in price discovery. Future markets act as an important economic tool in determination of prices based on today and tomorrow's supply and demand in the near future. Various factors like weather, war, debt all have major effect on the supply and demand of the commodity, which ultimately affects the future prices of the commodity. Impact on prices due to change on demand and supply pattern is also known as price discovery. Thus, future collects all the information about demand and supply pattern and present all the information to various traders in a very transparent manner. It can be said that future market helps in price discovery. Future markets also provides a place for people to reduce risk because when purchases are being made by traders, the prices are being preset in advance, which helps the traders that how much they will buy and sell in the near future. Thus, future market also helps in risk reduction. Future market also helps businesses in protecting against price fluctuations and also provides protective cover to buyers from future increase in prices and to seller from future price fall. Future market also helps in price forecasting and also provides a trading platform and global market for consumers, manufacturers across all over the world. Future market also facilitates in competitive pricing and also keeps a balance in the prices of the commodities that are to be traded in the future. Thus, it can be concluded that future market helps in price discovery, risk reduction and price stability in the market. Future market also helps in meeting the needs of the following three groups of users. First, those who want to discover information about future prices of commodities. Second, those who want to speculate in the market. Third, those who want to hedge in the market. Thus, it can be concluded that the main social function of future market is price discovery, hedging and to maintain price stability in the market. Let us now discuss about the uncertainty in future market. Various types of uncertainties prevail which affect the operation of the future market. Technologies are changing now and then, and vast changes in technology have forced the marketers to have a clear picture about the uncertainties and their impact on future market. It can be said that uncertainties are things that are not known, and if known, that also in an imprecise manner. Uncertainty in simple words means the ability to forecast future event. People are not in a position that they can predict how a recession will affect them and to which extent they will be affected by this recession. They are not aware when the recession phase will start and when it will end, and how companies will also be affected by the recession phase. All these questions are being left unscathed because of high degree of uncertainty that prevails in the market. In economics, uncertainty means that the future outlook for the economy is unpredictable. This type of uncertainty is also known as economic uncertainty. It means that economy will be in a negative phase and there are chances that negative events will occur in the economy in future. When economic uncertainty prevails in the economy, then there are chances that inflation will be more volatile and inflation rate will reach at a very high rate. This is also known as inflation uncertainty. When economic uncertainty prevails in the economy, then people have the fear of losing their job. They will be unemployed in the near future. Exchange rate will also see a rapid fluctuation in the near future. Rapid devaluation of currency will be there in the economy. Due to uncertainty in the future market, investors also attempt to shift their currency from unstable sources to stable sources. If investors feel that war-like situation can occur in the future, then due to this threat, the currency of a country will be sold and currencies from countries without the threat of war are being purchased. Selling and buying of currency from one country to another is known as devaluation in future market. The rising level of uncertainty also creates a situation of confusion among the well-informed investors also. The stockholders also due to uncertainty feels their funds is unsafe and they move their funds to other sources like buying of precious metals, government bonds and other money market instruments. No one can give a valuable judgment what will happen in the future. It can be a worse situation or good situation than expected. This is all because the market is uncertain. The factors can be explained as: first, insufficient knowledge. Facts which are not known or that cannot be estimated in the near future, it becomes very difficult to collect valuable information about such facts. So, insufficient knowledge of facts and figures give rise to uncertainty. Second, lack of definition. It is very difficult to define what kind of situation will occur in the near future. The situation can be worst or healthy. It becomes a tedious task to define these situations in the near future. Third, unknown known. This statement means that things that is known are not known. For example, budget, change in technology fall in this category. Companies are aware that technology will change in the near future, but what kind of technology will emerge, that is unknown. Fourth, unknown unknown. This means that things are not known, cannot be predicted in the near future. For example, disaster due to flood and bad weather conditions come under this category. It is an unknown fact that flood can occur and when it will occur and to what extent it will affect the business operation, all is unknown. Thus, these were the various kinds of factors that lead to uncertainties in the future market. The consequences of uncertainty that leads to emergence of risk in the future market, and due to various kind of risk, so many good investment opportunities are being lost by the investors. Moving on further, let us now study about information asymmetry. The concept of information asymmetry was developed by George A. Karloff during the year 1970. Information asymmetry is a situation in which one party in a trading transaction possesses valuable information while other party involved in the same trading transaction do not have the information. Information is said to be asymmetric when one trader knows something then other trader does not know. Information asymmetry affects traders' behavior in many economic situations. For example, a company knows better about the benefits of the business project and the rewards that can be earned from this business project than a bank that is providing finance for the business project. The owner of credit card knows very well about his repayment capacity, the bank who is issuing the card to the holder. A seller of a used computer knows better than the buyer of this computer. A consumer knows her taste better in garments purchasing than the firm who is supplying various kinds of garments to consumers. A person knows more about her health than a company who is providing life insurance and medical insurance to various consumers. A person is more familiar about his driving habits than a company providing the facility of auto insurance. An employee knows very well about his work ethics and working capability than the company who is hiring the person for the job. Thus, these were the various situations where information asymmetry occurs. It also has two effects on economic behavior, that is adverse selection and moral hazard. Adverse selection is being used in economics, insurance and risk management. Adverse selection is a situation where sellers have information that buyers don't have about some aspect of product quality. The situation of adverse selection arises when a better informed trader uses his various knowledge and skills before signing the agreement with the trader having less information. The concept of adverse selection can be explained with the help of following examples. A seller of used computer will accept a lower price of his computer only when he knows that the computer is in a bad condition and is of poor quality. A person will buy extra life insurance policies when he knows that his life will deteriorate fast. A consumer is very much aware about his solvency position, so he will accept the credit card at a very high interest rate, also because he knows very well in the near future he will be a defaulter on the card debt. Adverse selection in information asymmetry can be reduced by following mechanisms. First, regulation. This means that government regulates the price of food products in the economy. If prices are being lowered down in the market, the consumers and marketers will not be much affected as government is regulating the prices. Second, goodwill. Goodwill also play an important role in market. Big business houses will not sell their products at very lower prices to earn extra profit in future because their reputation will be affected by adopting this policy. Third, assurance. In assurance, the less informed party can go for an expert opinion. For example, it is better to hire an engineer to inspect a used computer and to check the details of the computer. Fourth, warranty. For example, the seller of a used computer who claims that it is of top quality, then the better informed party will pay for the repair charges of the computer. Conveying information by better informed party to less informed party in case of warranty and goodwill is also known as signaling. In case of assurance, the less informed party itself tries to collect information and then this activity is known as screening. Moral hazard arises when one trader having more information takes some hidden steps after signing the contract with the trader having less information. This can be explained with the help of following examples. A person will develop a change in his driving skills after purchasing full auto insurance. A person can use company laptop for his personal purpose. Sometimes in order to gain more and more profit, the person having more information may also use fraudulent methods and can also rely on lying and cheating. A famous quotation on information by Machiavelli on information asymmetry is very famous. A wise ruler therefore cannot and should not keep his word when such an observance of faith would be to his disadvantage and when the reasons which made him promise are removed. The Prince 2006. Next, moving on to the theory of second best. The theory concentrates on the situation when one or more than one optimum situation cannot be satisfied. Richard Lipsey and Lancaster showed interest in 1956 that if one optimum condition cannot be satisfied in the model, then the best possible solution involves is to change the variables from the values that could be optimal. Lipsey and Lancaster in 1856 worked hard on this theory. They gave the following statement about this theory. The general theorem for the second best optimum states if there is introduced in the general equilibrium system, there is a constraint which prevents the attainment of one of the Parisian conditions. The other Parisian conditions still attainable are in general so longer desirable. The primary focus of this theory is on what happens when the optimum conditions are not satisfied in an economic model. I repeat, Lipsey and Lancaster also gave the argument that theory of second best shows the futility of piecemeal welfare economics to apply rules for a Pareto optimum to only one sector of an economy may move the economy away from second best situation. For example, an economy consists of a private monopoly, which is a set of competitive firms and publicly owned firms which will be deciding how to price the goods in public interest, and if the firm behaves in a competitive manner, then it will produce more output compared to monopolized goods. Then What is required by Pareto and various policy makers give their views that some conditions are worse and some conditions are better, and no policy by public owned firms can achieve Pareto optimum situation because due to the presence of monopoly form of market in the economy. Theory of second best also says that there are so many market failures in the economy and only some market failures can be corrected and some are uncorrectable, so actions are being taken to correct market failures of only related sectors with the motive of increasing economic efficiency in the market. If attempt is being made to correct all the market failures, it will be impossible and there will be a decline in overall economic efficiency in the market. In this theory, it is better to let two market imperfections to cancel each other effects rather than putting an effort on one market. Thus, it is optimal from the government point of view also that only those markets should be corrected and studied in detail which is related with each other. Indian economy is a mixed economy and the problem related with mixed economy also provides the way for applying the principles of second best theory. This can be explained with the help of following example. There are two sections in the economy. One section is rigidly controlled by the central authority while other section of the economy is virtually uncontrolled. If there is high degree of control in one section and complete absence of control from another section, then it would be very difficult to achieve a second best optimal situation. Thus, to increase efficiency in the market, it is better to increase the degree of control exercised over the uncontrollable sector or give some relaxation on the degree of control over the controlled sector. If this policy is being adopted in the mixed economy like India, then surely the economy will move in the direction of achieving second best optimum position. Let us now summarize what we have learnt so far. Future is a standardized contract where sale and purchase of physical or financial commodities takes place. A market where future contract takes place is called future market. Future market is a central financial exchange for standardized future contracts. Future market occupies a central position in global market. Future market meets the needs of three groups of users. Uncertainty is the ability to forecast future event. Due to uncertainty, investors shift their currency from unstable sources to stable sources. The concept of informational asymmetry was developed in the year 1970. Information is said to be asymmetric when one agent knows better than the other agent. Information asymmetry affects economy in two ways: adverse selection and moral hazard. Theory of second best concentrates on the situation when one or more than one optimum situation cannot be satisfied. The general theorem for the second best optimum states, if there is introduced in the general equilibrium system, there is a constraint which prevents the attainment of one of the Paretian conditions. The other Paretian conditions still attainable are in general so longer desirable. Lipsey and Lancaster gave the argument that the theory of second best is only fruitful in welfare economics only, and the rules of this theory are being applied in welfare economics only. Thank you.